Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Kayla, and here we love to talk about all things luxury and high-end makeup and beauty. So today I want to talk about my favorite one and done eyeshadows, the shadows that I reach for on a daily basis that are so easy and so beautiful just to use as one shade quickly all over the eye. I've been seeing a lot of people do this video lately, and I will link all of their videos down below. So if that's something that you're interested in seeing, then just keep watching. So I'm going to go through all of these shadows, swatch them for you individually, and then at the end of the video, I will have swatches of all of them next to each other, both in this lighting and outdoor lighting. So first, this might not come as a surprise to a lot of you, but honestly, all of the shadows in this collection are beautiful, but these are the two that I reach for the most just to create a one and done everyday quick eyeshadow, which I'm just gonna say that once hopefully because that's what all of these shadows are. But the first one I want to mention is this Chantecaille Golden Copper or the Lion shade. These are just such a beautiful gel powder formula, and this shade specifically is just so stunning. It's this beautiful gold copper shade with just the slightest bit of shimmer, but not so much shimmer that you get any fallout on your eye. And whenever this is on your eye, y'all, it just looks so multi-dimensional, and especially for me with blue eyes and pale skin, it just really makes my blue eyes and pale skin pop, and it's just really beautiful. You don't even need a primer with this shade. Some of the shades you do, not this one and the other one that I'm gonna mention, but you can just pop this all over your lid, underneath your eye, and go. So I also want to mention the Chantecaille Rose Gold or Zebra shade. It's another one. It's just so stunning and multi-dimensional. So I am, since these are the same formula, going to swatch them next to each other. But I mean, look at that. And I have worn these two shades together. So use the Lion shade all over my lid and just kind of like blended out and buffed out, and then patted the Zebra directly on my eyelid. Oh gosh, it's such a beautiful combo. These are expensive, but you get 2.5 grams of product, so I really do feel like they'll last a long time. So these are definitely two of my most used one and done eyeshadows. So next are two shades of a liquid eyeshadow, and that is the Lisa Eldridge Liquid Lyrics eyeshadows. I love all of them, but these are the two shades that I reach for most often. First being Bianca, which is just this beautiful, like, icy pink sparkly shade. I will say that this one has a little bit more glitter than the other shade that I'm gonna mention, but when it looks very pink, right? But when it's blended out on the eye, it is just this stunning metallic pinky color, as you can see, with reflex of silver. And it's cool without being too cool, and it's just really beautiful. These don't need a primer on your lid. You just pop them on and go, and you can build this one up or you can leave it sheared out like this. The other shade that I love from her line is Bianca. Now this one is more of a just straight up metallic, as you'll see, as compared to the Bianca shade. It has shimmer, but not a lot, and it is just this beautiful, like, taupe rose gold that leans warm in some light, cool in other lights. And again, you can take this and shear it out on the eye. And I mean, look at that. Just rose gold, taupey goodness. They don't crease, they last all day, and there's just no fallout on the eye. I don't think you can go wrong with any of these shades. These are just the two that I reach for the most. So next is a cream powder formula, and it's from the brand Phytosurgeons. Now, I've talked about this brand on my channel and over on my Instagram before, and my love for this brand is just so strong, but this is the shade Defiant Dahlia. This formula is very different from the other formulas that I'm gonna talk about today. It's a cream to powder formula, but if you're familiar with this brand, their creams are like almost hard in the pan, but that's not a bad thing. This shade is just this beautiful taupe leaning violet in some lights, and it has this very subtle shimmer in it that just picks up the light so beautifully. I know that the shimmer is not going to pick up on camera, but when I do the swatches later, you'll be able to see it. It's just this shimmer, and it's like sophisticated shimmer because it's not too bold or anything, but it just leans violet in some lights, bronze in other lights, and it's so multi-dimensional. You can wear it really sheer, or let me pick up a little bit more and show y'all, you can build it up to be just this deeper, beautiful, multi-dimensional. I think it's probably the most unique that I have in this lineup, just because I've seen it look so different on so many different people. So this one's really, really beautiful. So next is one of these glitter pigments from the brand Bodyography, specifically the shade Off the Hook. As I'm saying for all of these, you don't need a primer. You can just pop this directly on your lid. Y'all, this is, I'm picking it up with my finger, the most stunning, look at it just on my finger, taupey, golden goodness. And don't let the name glitter pigment scare you. Yes, there's glitter, there's shimmer, but as you can see, it's very sophisticated and it doesn't have any fallout. So this is like a taupe, kind of cool, kind of warm shade. This is a very like cream to powder formula. If you're familiar with the Victoria Beckham little eyeshadows in the pot, it is similar to that formula. Also, the Charlotte Tilbury, what were those called? The little glitter pots. She came out with like a Walk of Shame. Crap, I can't remember what they were called. I'll pop the name or a picture right here, but it's similar to that formula as well. It is just so beautiful, and I have this shade and two of the other ones, and I really want to pick up more of these because there's no fallout, and this shade specifically, it's just such a good shade for every day, and I absolutely love it. So next we have a Jones Road The Best Eyeshadow in the shade Penny. I don't hear a lot of people talk about these, and I'm not sure why. I mean, first off, the pan is massive, right? You get a ton of product, and it's a powder, but they are so creamy and so blendable. So this is the shade Penny. Again, I mean, it's a taupe, kind of coppery kind of color. When you hear Penny, I think it would be more copper, but it really is in some lights taupey. Now it is a powder, like I said, but it is a very creamy, blendable powder. You can sheer it out, you can build it up, and these, I mean, I guess they're slept on. I don't know. I just don't hear people talk about them, but I really love this shade, and they're not very expensive as compared to some of these other eyeshadows that I'm talking about. So if you're looking for like a good value and you enjoy a powder formula without any like kick up or fallout, then this one's a good way to go. Okay, y'all, so if I had to pick an absolute favorite out of all of these, I think that this next shadow would probably be it. And it is this Dior Mono Color Couture in the shade Beige Mitza. I heard, which I will also link her video down below, I heard State of Kait talk about this like months ago, and I just fell in love with it, and I finally picked it up, and I am not disappointed. I mean, in the pan, it's stunning, okay? But when it's swatched, it is like breathtaking, okay? It is like cool, warm, taupe, bronze, copper, all in one. I don't even know how to describe it. It's so multi-dimensional and creamy and beautiful, and I mean, I'll just let it speak for itself, but I've heard so many people rave about this, and for a good reason. It is a powder, but again, it's creamy, it's blendable, it's pigmented. You can build it up, but not too pigmented if you want to sheer it out. And I can't get enough of it. I really can't. I can't get enough of it. And I use this one probably the most out of all of these mentioned. And if I ever run out by some chance, I will definitely not ever be without this in my collection. It's stunning. It's so beautiful. Just pick it up. Like, you don't need to try it. You don't need to do anything. Just run and go pick it up. So this next shadow, she's a little expensive too. And it's gonna look weird when I hold it up, because if I hold it up and don't hold the shadow in the pan, it's gonna fall out. But it's this Sisley sparkling topaz single eyeshadow. It falls out of the pan, which is kind of disappointing considering how much these shadows are. That's why I have to hold it in the pan, but I still use it a lot, and it's beautiful. It's exactly what it is. It's a sparkling topaz. It is a little bit deeper than the other shades, I will say. But like I said, I have a type. It's that taupe bronze copper kind of mix. It's kind of similar to the Dior beige Mitza, but this one has more shimmer and it's a tad bit warmer, but it really is beautiful nonetheless. Like I said, the only thing is that it fell out of the pan, and I mean, for the price you pay, it really shouldn't do that, but it is a really beautiful eyeshadow. That's the only one of these that I have, but I do love the formula, and I think that if I could get them on sale, I would probably pick up some more colors, but for now, I really do love that sparkling topaz. All right, last but certainly not least are two colors from a specific formula that is not new to anyone, but it is definitely a well-loved cult classic kind of product, and it is these Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize cream shadows. The two that I use the most on their own are Rose Gold and Oyster Pearl, or Marie Antoinette. I actually still have the packaging that is Marie Antoinette, but here's Rose Gold. I mean, they're just beautiful, y'all. I mean, the shadows, they're stunning, they're creamy and beautiful and blendable, and they're great on their own. They're great as a base. I use the shade Jean, which is like that champagne-y kind of color, pretty much every day as a base for all of these eyeshadows, because it's almost the same color as my skin, and these don't crease. They don't budge. You can sheer them out. You can build them up. So that's the shade Rose Gold. And then, I mean, this is nothing new to anybody, but this is the shade Oyster Pearl. Again, I can take this and use it as a base for like a lighter shadow and just kind of sheer it out all over my lid. I find that when it's sheared out, it's warmer, okay? But when it's built up kind of like it is now, it's cooler, at least on my skin. Let's see if it will do it right now. You know, when I blended it out, it ended up being kind of warm, but then first it was cool. It's just such a beautiful shadow. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of the Dior beige Mitza, just in a cream formula, but these are beautiful. They last forever. I mean, look at my pot. It's disgusting. I mean, I've had this for years, y'all, years. Like I said, I still have the one that says Marie Antoinette, and the formula still performs the same. It's still just as beautiful, and I have a ton of these shades. These are just the two that I reach for the most. Y'all, so from left to right, we have the Chantecaille Lion shade. Then we have the Chantecaille Zebra. Then the Lisa Eldridge Bianca. Lisa Eldridge Angelica. Phytosurgence Defiant Dahlia, Bodyography Off the Hook, Jones Road Penny, Dior Beige Mitza, Sparkling Topaz, Charlotte Tilbury Rose Gold, and then Charlotte Tilbury Oyster Pearl or Marie Antoinette.
So of course when I'm filming this, it's like the one day in Louisiana that it's not sunny outside. I mean, it's sunny, but we don't have direct sunlight. But here are those shades in outdoor lighting at least. So again, from left to right, we have Chantecaille Lion, Chantecaille Zebra, Lisa Eldridge Bianca, Lisa Eldridge Angelica, Phytosurgence Defiant Dahlia, Bodyography Off the Hook, Jones Road Penny, Dior Beige Mitza, Sisley Sparkling Topaz, Charlotte Tilbury Rose Gold, and Charlotte Tilbury Oyster Pearl, or Marie Antoinette.
Okay, y'all, so those are my favorite one and done eyeshadows, the shadows that I reach for the most on an everyday basis. So let me know in the comment section down below, do you love any of these shadows? Are there any other ones that I need to try that I didn't mention? Because I know that there's a ton out there. I know a lot of these shades look similar, but I truly feel like each one of them is unique in their own right, and I really do enjoy having all of them in my collection. So if you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you like my content, please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as part of our little fam here on YouTube. And if you're not following me over on Instagram, it's at beautybykaylak. I'd love to see you over there too. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye!